And now, to cap off the show, Venom 2 has been delayed yet again. And according to Variety, Venom Let There Be Carnage has been delayed to September 17th of this year. It was delayed several times because of the COVID-19 pandemic and was most recently slated to come out on June 25th, but has been pushed back to September 17th of this year. Darius, you don't look too happy there, do you?
God damn it. just another delay yet again. But you know what? I mean, I'm tired of these delays, honestly. I understand why they are. I understand they want to recuperate their money after the investment in the film. It's just unfortunate that we're getting delays after delays after delays. And really, I see a lot of it on Sony's side. Like, Sony's really delaying a lot of their films compared to other studios. Obviously, other studios are, but Sony's been doing the most as far as pushing movies like Uncharted, like with Venom. And so, and even with, I don't even know if Ghostbusters Afterlife is being delayed. I haven't heard much on that
Yeah,
film
I
yet.
forgot about that one. When's that one supposed to come out? Do you know? It was
I
supposed
don't
to come out in like
remember.
June of last year, but like I don't know what it got pushed to.
Yeah, so I mean, delay. I just hope. I wasn't a fan of the first Venom. Only thing I liked was his design, and that's why I'm coming back for this one.
Yeah,
Maybe actually that, and I like Andy Serkis, so I'm curious to see his direction for the film and
same
his
here.
direction for Carnage. But overall, just these delays, it's just unfortunate, and it's unfortunate to the point where it's like, okay, theaters are opening back up.
Mm.
Are any of the movies going to entice viewers and audiences to go back to the theaters, or is Venom I'm assuming Venom is one of them. People are the general audience really liked Venom 1, right?
Mm.
Um and they're probably going to be enticed to see Venom 2. But at the same time, is that how much more are they willing to wait to see Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, compared to the
Yeah.
other films that's coming out? I've already seen people say they don't care about Black Widow anymore.
Really?
Yes, like they just don't care anymore because of these delays and these companies giving are like they're unsure. So it's like, okay, theaters are coming back or
Mm.
slowly, especially in New York, but
And
overall it's
LA,
just
AMC just opened up. AMC started opening up theaters in New York, and they very recently just started opening up theaters in LA. So,
yeah,
I mean, again,
two
going with
really big areas of
yeah,
moviegoers.
yeah. Um, but again, when it comes to Venom 2, again, a lot of times, and again, of course, they can blame this on the pandemic too. But a lot of times, when a movie gets delayed, that's usually not the best sign, especially in a time when
Hmm.
movie theaters are starting to slowly open up again, like we mentioned in New York and now LA with AMC. And you have films being moved up in their film releases, like we just talked about with In the Heights, getting moved from June 18th to June 11th of this year. A Quiet Place Part 2, out of nowhere, it was originally supposed to come out originally, after how many delays because of the pandemic. It was originally supposed to come out on like September 17th of this year. Out of nowhere, gets pulled up to Memorial Day, to Memorial Day
Oh
weekend
shoot!
of this year. So
Oh
then you
wow!
have Venom 2 that's getting pushed back to September 17th, but I think also, too, one of the reasons why it got pushed back, I don't think it's entirely because of the pandemic, because that weekend, June 25th, Fast and Furious 9 got moved to
Mm,
around that time, and they would have had to compete. And I know a lot of movies, or at least a lot of production companies and studios, aren't in the mood for much competition, especially now.
yeah,
So I think that's the main reason it got pushed back to September 17th, because now it has just enough time before
a
Dune
little
when
more
that's supposed to
breathing
come out,
room.
and a lot of these other summer blockbusters that are supposed to be coming out.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it definitely gives them more breathing room for sure. But now it also depends. Okay, let's just say as hypothetical, right? Black Widow, we don't know when that's coming out just yet. They're
Nah, that's
saying
still supposed
May.
to come out in May. That's supposed to
May.
still come out in May. Yeah.
Let's say they delay it, right? They
Yeah.
delay to September or on the same day as Venom 2.
Hmm.
I'm just tossing that out there. What's going to happen then?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think
Yeah, I don't
they're
think
going to
so.
want to do that.
But
Especially because here's the thing. Disney, of course, owns all the Marvel properties now, right? And they just let Raya and the Last Dragon come out. If they have a safe and secure spot for Black Widow, I think it's like May 6th now, May 6th or May 7th. If
hmm
that's safe and secure, why would they risk jeopardizing that? And again, at the same time, this is still a Disney property too. No one's going to want to fuck with the Disney property. They're not going to want to compete with them. So
yeah, for sure.
I don't. I don't see. It doesn't make as much sense for Venom to be moved again after being delayed to September 17th. It doesn't make as much sense for Black Widow to get delayed yet again, especially when stuff is opening back up, especially when they just released Ryan the Last
Yeah.
Dragon into theaters.
Yeah, like things are opening back up. People are going to theaters again, apparently, and it's we see all these movies are getting pushed up now. So
Hmm.
it's interesting why Venom 2 was pushed back, as well as I'm wondering if they're confident in that film overall. So, but
Hmm.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
a wait and see. Again, I'm personally not too excited for this film, but I am
Yeah, I feel like this
intrigued.
could go. I feel like this could go either way. And like here's the thing, like is it going to be better than the first one? In my opinion, the first movie set the bar pretty low. I feel like the only thing that it really had to go for it was, like you said, the design of Venom. And honestly, I thought Tom Hardy did a solid job too. I think he's an awesome actor. But I think one of the ways that Venom 2 can definitely be better than Venom 1 is the villain, because the villain in the first movie was fucking terrible.
What
Just like the
villain?
casting, and again, it sucks because like Riz Ahmed, he's a solid actor too. He just got an Oscar nomination for Sound of Metal, but he just did not fit that role. How the role was written, how he performed, and again, even if he performed it better, there's still nothing that he would have been able to do because he just really wasn't given much to work with, and he just, I guess, with what he was given, he didn't really do much with it either. But considering how Woody Harrelson is playing the next villain, again, I like Woody Harrelson a lot as an actor. And again, I don't know too much about the villain Carnage. I'm assuming he's supposed to be, an evil guy. that's it. That's all I know. Given that
There's
Woody
more to it,
Harrelson
but
is
yeah.
playing him, yeah. I think it's a pretty decent way to put it. But like, given that Woody Harrelson is the villain, I think okay, like this is already going to be better in that department than Venom 1, unless I'm completely wrong and they really
Yeah.
just don't bring their A game at all.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's for me. This is gonna be a wait and see. Venom 2. I really didn't like Venom 1. When I went to see Venom 1, I was like, yeah, I just want to see his design done right. I was
Hmm.
happy with that. As much as he didn't have the spider logo, I was still fine with it. I was like, whatever. But
Yeah.
just I'm just like whatever for this movie. I'll still go see it for sure for the
Yeah,
podcast to
honestly,
rip
this is
on
another
it.
movie. Yeah, this is another movie. Like I said a few episodes ago, like okay, there are only certain movies that I'm willing to see just so I could talk about it on the show. That's Venom 2 is going to be one of those movies. Because Venom 1,
Yeah,
again, like it had Tom Hardy going for it, had the design going for it. Oh, and the Eminem song going for it. Like when a one song and playing the credits is one of the best parts of your movie, that's rough, buddy. I mean,
that says a lot.
yeah. So yeah, at the moment, it's still starring Tom Hardy and is being directed by, or has been directed, I think at this point, by Andy Serkis, and is set to be released on September 17th of this year. And I'm curious as to what you guys are thinking. How do you feel about Venom 2? Like, do you still care at this point, considering how many times it's been delayed? Do you have any confidence in it whatsoever? You gotta have some thoughts on it. Leave them in that comment section there below.